Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. We're here with Philip, his second gen Tundra TRD Pro. What is this, a 21? Is it 21? 21 on skinny 35s, GFC, some Qdobe, and then my Tundra obviously here. We are gonna be camping. Actually, we're on my property right now. And Philip wanted to camp. There's like a bunch of things going on. Philip wanted to camp. He's free tonight, and I had to drop a bunch of stuff off in my shipping container, and I have to be down in town tomorrow morning for this meetup at True Automotive. So we couldn't go that far, so Philip had never seen the property, so he's like, let's just camp at your property. So we're just gonna camp here. I'm not sure where yet. It's been raining a lot, so getting down to the creek down here, which would be like the coolest place to camp, might be kind of sketchy. So we may just camp up here in kind of my flat kind of grazing land over here. But let me give you a quick update. So there's been some radio silence on the house because I've been waiting for a long time for concrete guys to fit me into their schedule. So finally they poured the footers and working on the foundation walls right now. So this will be the full basement, walkout basement over here. This is the garage, attached garage. The barn will be going over here. And so this will all be one level. So from the front, we're gonna raise the dirt up and it'll basically just look like a one floor ranch here. And then full walkout basement out the back, kind of down to the creek over there. So just wanted to give you a quick update. I'll do the first episode kind of building the homestead here soon. So ask questions down below and I'll kind of integrate a little Q&A into that video. So questions in the comments and I'll work those into episode 1, kind of intro to building the homestead. Here's my toilet. It's nice. And then here are the shipping containers, which are cool.
How about 20?
Cheers, mate. Bing. Thanks, dog. The Diamondback table. So inside, this one is one that I'm renting right now, so it's kind of dark in here, but I have the general parked in here, fridge, EcoFlow Delta Pro, random crap, and then some storage. Actually have a bunch of Diamondback stuff back here, all their stuff that they used for their booths at expos, some miscellaneous crap, some wheels for my van. But this is about to be filled with windows. I'm getting my windows delivered next week because they were like 6-month lead time. I thought I'd have the house at a place that I'm ready for windows by now. Obviously I don't, so I need a place to store them in the interim. But I need to store a bunch of other stuff too. So this is one I'm renting. This is one that I bought. So this is a high roof. It's called a High Cube, I believe, HC. So it's a 40-footer. These are both 40-footers. And this one on the right is a standard 8-footer. And this one on the left is 9 foot, 6 inches tall. So this is one I'm gonna build like a mobile, well, not a mobile, it's stationary, kind of workspace in. So storage, I'm gonna have a little desk in here. I think I'm gonna put a lev rack in to kind of hold tools and, you know, it'll be like a construction storage unit slash I'm gonna have a microwave and a solar panel on top and battery and fridge because I'll be making lunches here for the next 6 months, so more on that later. But I'm gonna get into this Qdobe here right now. All right, so here we are down. So this will be the basement level. Where I'm standing right now is gonna be my kind of gear room, Kydex and gear overflow room here. This is a guest bedroom, another bedroom over there. like you guys care about any of this, but I'm just gonna talk about it anyway. I forget, bathroom, mechanical room, and then this is gonna be like a great room here basically. So I think I don't know what I'll do, something. Workout equipment, and this will be the walkout here. So walkout basement, creeks down there, and then the main floor will have a deck above this. And yeah, that's about it. This is a big mechanical room. It's a pretty big mechanical room. Like this whole area. And then the garage over there. Sweet. Sweet, huh?
Look at those rocks.
Look at those rocks. Yeah, so this was, if you guys watched my Instagram stories months ago when I was operating the excavator and skid steer with the jackhammer attached. This is the stuff we couldn't get through. It's just gnarly, so we'd have to blast it. So instead we just shifted the house this way 10 feet to avoid this gnarliness here. But they said this house will never shift or sink or anything because it's built on literally gnarly granite that we can't get through. So yeah, that's that, man. That's that. That's that, guys. So this is the basement walls. They're like tall. I don't think the concrete's gonna get poured that tall, but it's like a fortress from Mad Max or something.
12 feet tall.
Yeah, but I think the walls are like 11 feet tall because there's like 2-foot trusses or something and 9-foot ceilings in the basement. So cool. Coming together. Coming together. All right, we're gonna go drive off into the field now and set up camp. Okay, got this nice little camp spot. House is over there. It's like one of the more level spots. So set up my tent. Philip's setting up the GFC. Super nice. Super easy. Should do a walk around of Philip's rig sometime. I don't think tonight. Sun's already set. Got back here though.
Got some lights.
Some lights.
Lights in the deck.
Some alcohol. Decked. Camper. Sick. So this is gonna do a comparison kind of between these two trucks too, because they're both the crew cabs, long beds. It's the old style with like the handle here, but definitely a bigger back seat than on the new ones, so is what it is. So this is the the iKamper X-Cover 2.0. So this is the new one that has no zippers. So you basically undo this strap here and loosen it up, and then this whole bag just comes up over the sides. It's kind of a cool setup. I don't really need to climb up here, but just to show you, you pull it, and I think technically you're supposed to just sit here. You're supposed to get this and bring it all the way up over the edge, so it's easier. I've only opened this tent like 2 times, honestly, and have never slept in it yet. So this will be the first time. So you put the ladder on top, hook that in there, and I'll show you in a second. You use the ladder to open it up. So I believe there are a couple straps. Actually, I think just this one. So you just take that strap off, flip all the corners up.
It's like a drawstring, like a bed sheet.
Yeah, kind of like a fitted sheet. So once that's up, and yeah, I don't think there are any other straps, just that one. Then it just opens up kind of like a standard tent here. Oop, this mattress is gonna fall out though. So the only thing a little weird, and I may need to figure this out, is this mattress kind of comes out. I think whoever closed this up, someone, Andy at Diamondback, I think probably, you're really supposed to stack the mattresses on top of each other so that it doesn't slide through that crack. So we'll see if we can remedy it though. Bingo bango. So yeah, there's basically 2 mattresses inside, and normally you'd put it away by stacking both mattresses on that side. So then they're just there, and then you climb in and pull it apart. So.
Is it as big as the other one, like that king size one?
Yeah, it's massive.
Looks pretty big. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Hey, good morning. I don't think I checked in at all last night. We just hung out, drank some beers, went to bed really at this little spot on my property. So it did rain last night, so it's all wet. And so we pulled out from, we were over there in the shade, and we pulled out to get some sun, to dry our stuff off. And I didn't really bring anything, but Philip's set up over here. Got a little jet boil action, making a little coffee, a little oatmeal. It's nice. It's a nice setup. This is Philip's basically dedicated adventure rig with the GFC. Little propane bottle, little GFC action. It's pretty sweet. I'll do a walk around. Maybe I'll do a walk around. We got my truck, which doesn't usually have a tent on it, the Tundra, because this is kind of just my everyday work truck. But we put the tent and racks on it for Overland Expo Pacific Northwest. And I was like, I might as well use it a bit while the tent's on there. I didn't put all the poles and stuff in, so this is like because I'm lazy. So this kind of sticks out a little bit. So I just put these 2 ones in the end. But this tent is so roomy on the inside here. So I do have the inflatable mattresses that iKamper sells in here. So you inflate those and they get super comfy and thick. I've deflated this one nearest. So I'm gonna see, because the inflated mattresses are much thicker when they're inflated than the default mattresses. So I'm gonna deflate one, which is the one closest to me, put it on top of the other one and see if my giant sleeping bag and one inflated mattress and one deflated mattress will all fit and close in here. We got skylights, you got windows all around this tent. You have the ability for 360 kind of panorama views. And then I have one skylight open, and then this other one on this side also open. So you can have super big skylight action in here. And it's just a giant tent on the inside. Kind of hard to tell, but it's huge. And then, yeah, mounted on the Diamondback, obviously. So it's the other thing I like. When it rains, it don't matter, because all my stuff is dry on the inside. And then we got the Vertex contingency duffel, always my everything bag. I got a little multicam poncho that I was using earlier in the day, but brought with in case I needed to use it. And this is one of the other colorways of Vertex's new flannels. This one I like a lot. So again, love flannels. So I got the neck protection. Put it on last night because there were some skaters out. So yeah, I don't know. I was talking to Philip and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make this into a video because we filmed like nothing. But might as well film. Figure out if I'll make a video later or not. Cool. Alright, I pulled over to here from over there. A lot of rooftop tents. If you pull the ladder up and secure it so it's off the ground, you can drive around a little bit, you know, not on the highway or anything obviously, but you can drive around with the tent open. If you need to reposition to get in the sun, to start letting it dry out. So it's about dry now, so I'll put it away here in a second. All right, since this video is a bunch of random stuff anyway, I'm gonna show you how to remove the tent from your racks. So for me, I wanna be able to use my Diamondback cover, open it up, access my bin, all that kind of stuff. And you can't do that with the tent on there. So for a truck that's not like a full-on all the time overland rig, or maybe you have it on the roof or whatever, I like these pulley systems. I'll see if this one's still for sale. I'm not sure if it is, but I'll link it or something comparable down below. But you could do this yourself if you felt like getting engineering your own one. But you just pull this one string. It obviously like quadruples or quintuples or whatever the force, so you can easily lift your tent off your truck. So previously I had done the racks as well, so I unbolted the racks and just lifted this whole thing off. Right now I'm just going to take the tent itself off. So you loosen up the tent mounting mechanism, whatever that is for you. This is the iKamper 3.0 mounts. So you loosen those up and then you just lift it up. I don't have a tripod on me right now because it's inside and it's late, so I'm just gonna do this and then show you the final product. Okay, so now the tent is hoisted up. You can get it as high as you want, obviously, depending on how tall your ceilings are. So that way that's up off the rack, and now I can just drive this truck right on out. I like this because, say for instance, if I wanted to put this tent on the Sequoia, hoist it up, pull this out, back the Sequoia in, drop the tent down, and makes it super easy. So little hoist. Again, there's a bunch of different styles and a bunch of different manufacturers of these. I'll link a few down below. We got our front yard, frizzled chicken hanging out for the video. Got Babe and the dogs and the other chickens in the backyard. And I wanted to show you one new thing while the tent is off and the Diamondback cover is on. I got the new bin. This is the Cross Bin 4T. So this bin has a little bit deeper here. So this is kind of the standard depth of all the cross bins. And then it gets shallower and comes up over here. So as you can see, kind of comes up basically all the way to the cover. So you can fit some items like max tracks. I got an axe, I got a shovel. And then on this side, just have some other miscellaneous stuff. Gloves, bolt cutters, tie downs. So this, you can store quite a bit of stuff. This is, I don't know, maybe half or a third full of stuff, these little side ones. And then again, the middle, I do have it kind of on an old jacket here to kind of keep it from sliding around quite as much as I'm driving. And the kind of unique thing about the 4T is how high it gets here. So you can see it's kind of tucked up nice and high, utilizing all the otherwise wasted space there. So you can still slide pretty tall, full height items all the way back into the bed. And those deeper portions are just kind of by the wheel wells anyway. So that's the bin I like. I've tried the 8 and the 13, and I think this is the ticket. So unless you have something very specific that is deep that you need to put in this big section, which some people do, put bins and stuff like that, which is, you know, totally cool. If you want to keep them up there, that's a great use of the space as well. But this is the main stuff that I kind of keep back here. So for me, I figured the shallowest one kind of made the most sense. So that way I could gain pretty much full access of the bed. So yeah, hope that helps. Tundra's still been great. You could ask me down below if you want me to do like I think I've had it for like 4 months, like a 4-month update, but I've had no issues. Like there's not a single problem that I've had. I took it in for its 5K service a little while ago, and there was a few recalls that they had to do. One was just to verify torque on the rear bolts, which were fine. They were telling me that if the torque on those isn't fine, it's a little bit of a pain, and it would have taken a while to, I wasn't really paying attention honestly, but get some parts or whatever. Mine were fine. The dealership I took mine to, Groove Toyota in Colorado, said they haven't seen one yet of all the ones they serviced that were wrong, I guess, or that needed any service. So that took, whatever, 5 minutes to check torque on those. And then they basically just had some computer updates related to the cameras. So they ran a handful of updates. Those were called recalls, but he said they were just updates. So they just updated some firmware. And that's it. I mean, I didn't even notice anything wrong with the cameras, but that's all updated now. Anyway, yeah, so just hoping to get some questions and comments down below related to the house homestead property video, so I can kind of roll all that into an intro to that build series. So yeah, comment down below what you want to know. And then now that the Taco is more dedicated trail rig, I'm actually putting on a CBI swing out bumper so I can put my full size spare and everything on there. And then I'll talk more in that video about why I haven't had a swing out yet and why I am adding one. Cool. All right, guys. Until next time, you guys take care.